Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
If I'm with a man, like he needs to go down on me before
He needs.
He needs to.
He
Like
needs.
he needs to. Like he
Must.
needs to like fully like worship me as a goddess. If he was like, I'm not into that, then that would be a total red flag. Because I'm like, if you're not into worshiping,
red flag if he won't go down on you.
if he's like, I'm not into going down on you. On that note too, it's like if a girl said, I don't want to go down on a man, I don't think that's a red flag because and the reason for
Double
that
standard,
is because
hello?
yes. And if I think of how many men in high school that I just went down on and they never
That's where the video ends, and I'm guessing that none of the guys that she went down on her. And maybe that's the reason she feels like she needs to be treated as a goddess. I'm only guessing here. But no, it's not a red flag either way. If they chose to go down on you, it's their choice, just like it's yours if you want to go down on them. Still not a red flag, and still absolutely not a goddess.
If I see dudes in their 40s who are dating girls in their 20s, like to me, I'm like, that's a red flag.
So there's some cases where that works out really well. I think it's because they actually can. Like if you take any guy and put in their 40s, whether no matter what their financial status is or tax bracket they're in, any guy in their 40s, if they could, would date a girl in her 20s. If they could.
You think so?
Typically,
There's so much more drama and just chaos that happens with dating a girl in her 20s, especially as a man in his 40s.
I think that rolling the dice on a girl in her 20s could work in your favor as long as that girl has no prior relationship trauma. Getting a girl in her 20s would be ideal, I guess, for a man in his 40s because one, she's hotter. Two, if you wanted kids, you could have them.
True.
Easier. And three, a girl in her 20s less likely has no baby daddies, has no children,
I wouldn't go
has
that
no
far.
drama.
Not
I know,
with
but
current generations.
but if you're comparing it to girls in their 30s,
Yeah.
typically they have a marriage under their belt, 2 marriages under their belt, 2 to 4 kids
Couple
under their belt,
kids.
maybe.
Yeah.
So when you have a girl in her 20s, that's just less
So
like roll the dice and a lot less trauma maybe from other men. So there's a lot of less stuff you feel like you need to fix.
More times than not, those are dudes with like major control issues. So they're going after the 20-something-year-old because she's
Because they know that
impressionable and they can
manipulate her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They
No,
can
that there
manipulate
are
her into
some-
being the partner that they want her to be rather than her.
And there are going to be some men like that,
Yeah.
obviously. Just like there's some women in their 20s that have trauma, multiple marriages under their belt, like stuff
Correct.
like that. So there's going to be both ends of the spectrum.
I do like her content, she's down to earth, but there's always the argument that if a man dates younger women, it's a red flag, but if a woman is dating older men, that's fine. Usually whenever a man is dating younger women, it's not because of control issues. It's everything she said at the beginning. But that of course comes with being on the same level, having the same moral values, looking for the same things in relationship. None of that matters when you're dating women in their 20s, who all they do every single night is go clubbing.
So it's been 2 years now since I quit my 9-to-5 job as a legal assistant to become a spicy content creator. And everyone would be dreaming of this kind of job because it gives you so much freedom, and if you're lucky, you also make a lot of money from it. But the truth is, it's so up and down in every way. Like, you're not always going to make a lot of money, and it's going to affect your mental health at some point, you know, and I feel like this job isn't hard. It's just time consuming in some ways and mentally draining, but it's certainly not hard. And yeah, you're more likely to reach a point where you just start to question everything and you just think like, what am I even doing? And yeah, sometimes I have that, and other times I feel really good. I'm like, oh my God, I've got all this time. I can do whatever I want every day, and you know, I make good money. But yeah, and other times you just think it's not all that, you know, and us people have struggles.
And that's exactly what I was kind of hoping you're gonna touch more on. But you chose to go for 2 more minutes about how it is hard, but it's not hard, how you're making money, but you're not making that much money. And you chose not to talk about how it affects your mental health, even though that's what others might need to hear, so they can make an educated decision if they choose to go into that line of work.
I think all of us as workers are well aware of the consequences of this job. We are reminded of this all day, every day by society who absolutely hates us and who doesn't respect us for this job. But we choose to ignore this and we make excuses for ourselves and try to convince others that this is a normal job.
Even though it isn't, that's not a normal job. And now you're just looking for sympathy and you're still promoting your OF account. And you're confusing hate with indifference. No one hates you for what you do. No one hates any of you. But when it comes down to respect, what exactly am I supposed to respect? What's there to make me go from indifference to respect? Like you said in your first video, you chose to quit your 9 to 5 and go into this field because it's an easier job and it brings you more money. And that takes taking all your clothes off and doing things in front of a camera. What exactly am I supposed to respect?
Okay, last one. I'm sorry. Have you been on a plane in the last 6 years? You're welcome. Do you use like a pacemaker or anything surgical grade that keeps you alive? Yeah, all me again. You're welcome again.
Wow, you keep yourself busy, don't you? You have an OF account, you have your TikTok account, and you do all the rest. My day has 24 hours, yours must have 72 hours, or at least 48. Let's see all the rest you do.
And while I do have one, and it is my main source of income, I'm also an aerospace and quality engineer. Full-time, 5 days a week.
Aerospace and quality engineer, full-time. So you're working with aircraft Monday to Friday and then pacemakers and weekends? I'm not really sure how that works. All I know is to make it work, you must be an aerospace engineer by day and turn into an OF superhero by night. Well, good for you. I still don't know how you mixed aerospace with pacemakers, but I give up. Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.